hope all you swabbies are still awake. Late Night Mega here. We're back with 25th place. Oh, it has a time penalty, 16 minutes late. By Zatsuphachi. It's Super Pipe World with an average score of 67.25. Freems is the one that really didn't like this one. Freems might be borderline getting fired here. We'll find out afterwards. Okay, this is what we're... Yeah, these are the Waveman pipes that... Okay, so we passed... So we've got Mario stuff, we've got Metroid stuff, we've got Mega Man DOS. Pretty sure we passed Tetris 2. Oh, hello. I'm glad those things die in one hit. They're super annoying. We need to... Excuse me, what damaged me there? Oh, it was probably one of those things that got stuck up into the pipe. Alright, that makes sense. Well, let's just see where this goes. Mystery tank. Those must be dust blocks? Got some Shadow Mega Mans. This is definitely unique. Oh. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, well, that didn't work. Okay, so... Whereabouts do I want to go? Here? Not there. Okay, so I gotta go up... No, not in that way. I need to go to the down path. Pipe mazes. Oh, I don't have time for this. Let's... Well, is there anything we can do over here? We'll find out. I need to take the pipes to... Okay. Well, fortunately, music has shifted. And we have spawning top platforms. Interesting that we have an indication as to where they're going to be spawning. I appreciate that touch. Oh gosh. Problem is, I don't know when that is going to be spawning. Yes. Yeah, get me out of here. Interesting use of the platforms. I still don't know when those things are going to spawn. Oh, this looks miserable. Okay, we're gonna... I'm trying to do this legitimately. I can't even get on the first... That didn't go well. And those are instant death spikes. I'm not a big fan of top platforms in general. Though, the way they've been in this game so far has not been as bad as Mega Maker. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, we're just gonna do that. Ride this up. Oh, Rush Coil and Rush Jet are disabled. That's nice. I can already tell I'm not going to like this. Maybe I'll end up agreeing with Freems on this stage. There's just no good tells as to when these things are gonna spawn, because it's like after it goes off screen. Okay, that's what I was trying to do last time. Oh, hello. I pressed the jump button. I will acknowledge that some of this is player error and some of this is I don't like top platforms. I feel like I'm half phasing through them sometimes. Still haven't figured out how to get through that without an issue. Alright, well now this stuff is spawning again. Okay, finally, we got that. I don't know why sliding didn't work before, but... I don't like that jump. I don't like this stage. Because now I have to repeat all of that again. There better be a checkpoint very shortly after all this. Oh, of course. Because, you know, janky sort of screen transition block right there. It's not safe to be on certain parts of the top platform at certain times. Again, because I didn't know it was actually coming. Alright. Try this again. Yeah, we'll try this again. That is not at all what I was trying to do. I didn't know how I was supposed to recover from that. Alright, let's go. I don't know how you're supposed to do that buster only without getting hit. Yeah, I shouldn't. Oh gosh, I hate this. There's like just not good tells for that. Oh, that was almost good. And there's... well, I can't say there's nothing that would help. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Because, quite frankly... I hate top platforms. They're not much better in this game than they are in Mega Maker. Again, just trying to get through that without damage. I haven't been successful yet. Okay. Finally. I'm sure it's possible without doing it like I did it, but the fact that I had to do that... Oh gosh, we got more of these top platforms. Where are these going to take me? Oh, we got a big open room. This could be cool. Am I going to get more? Probably not. No. So if I want to rise on these... Oh, was not trying to use any... Okay, whatever. We're not going to go that way. Too much hassle. Middle. I don't know what just happened. I know I went through a down pipe and then we ended up here. Apparently this was the progress. I think that big room could be cool. We took a warp pipe, I guess. We have a double quick man. Quick man is not being damaged by stuff. Okay, they're gonna be damaged by Buster. Can you guys... That was a mid-boss. What is all this nonsense? Oh, and now we get to see the Mega Man in the front of the pipes? We haven't been able to do that yet. This is, that's a bit janky. Because that's not like how the rest of the stage has been thus far. Though I do kind of appreciate seeing him in front of the pipes. Hi, Guts Man? Let a dangerous pipeline easily... Okay, can you believe it? These Mario Brothers let a dangerous pipeline easily accessible by normal people? Is that supposed to be left a dangerous... Proofreading! Talk about irresponsible. A minus functionality penalty. Although this is just text function. Still, I just like saying that. Anyway, the detour is the right of the pipe. And that's the energy element. Okay, I would have kind of liked to explore that big room a bit more, but I'm not going to do that tower section again. That tower section is miserable. Let's see what the judges had to say about this. I have a strong feeling I'm not firing Freems today. Normally, I'm really not a fan of just mixing graphics from different series like this, because it's not even a reference to a game, and feels like Mega Man is somewhere else. It's just a mishmash that usually feels out of place. The thing is, you executed it really well. Using the Wave Man pipes for Mario pipes is super clever. I will give that connection. Especially the fact that it feels like a pipe maze. The Metroid graphics that don't do much for me, but that's okay. All of the graphics are telegraphed fairly well, especially with the Top Man tops at the Shadow and the Shadow clones. The big room near the end, where you have to figure out where you are going, is excellent. I feel like I didn't even explore a third of that room. It's hard to navigate, but you're never walking around in a circle. It feels like stumbling around, but it really isn't. I have 2 complaints about this level otherwise. As far as the big room and me goes, I like the concept, but I didn't like the execution of that big room because it felt like there were so many different paths I could take, and me being who I am, I just naturally stumble upon the path of progress, like, right away. This happens to me a lot in RPGs where I will end up finding the main path of a dungeon 99% of the time and have to backtrack a whole bunch of ways to take the other path that ended up being the side path to get the treasures. I have 2 complaints about this level otherwise, but they're not a huge deal. One, the shadow cones being in a really confined space is really annoying. A couple times, yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'd maybe give 1 more tile of leeway in some of those areas so they're less cramped. 2, the top lifts should spawn 1 tile lower in several... Yes, because you can miss the top too often and have to sit around waiting since there's such a small window for something that shouldn't be a challenge. Yes! I agree with that. I also hated that whole tower section. These small changes would be really nice, but that's not to say this isn't a good level, just that another edit to do it would bring it a step up. That's a really cool usage of the wave pipes. The level screams personality, and it was pretty fun to play through, although the top platform climb was rather frustrating at times, putting it mildly. Other than that, though, it was a fun time. With cool moments that made me go, whoa, what? Yeah, honestly, if that tower section wasn't there, I probably would have enjoyed this stage. Oh, of course, MJack 21 out of 25 fun score for this. Historically, Waveman pipes have been used not as legitimate stage gimmicks in their own right, but as fodder for fancy cutscenes. This is a little odd when you consider that arguably the most famous video game franchise of all time uses pipes as a key element in nearly all its stages. Which is to say that while usually I'm skeptical of stages that import their aesthetics from other franchises, the Mario theming in this level is actually pretty inspired. Certainly, I got a giant belly laugh from that opening cutscene. Even though it raises some questions of identity, re whether DOS Mega Man is a separate entity from Blue Bomber Alpha, and the maze that serves as this level's centerpiece is a bit confusing. But I really enjoyed exploring it. I didn't get to explore it too much because I just, found a path to get out of it very quickly. Of course, all the creativity in the world can't mask this level's big flaw, which is that every single thing having to do with the top lifts is bad. MJack, we're like on the same page with that comment. Maybe not the fun score, but, your comments. The windows to hop on and off them are invariably too small. Your horizontal movement on them isn't taken into account. They persist through screen transitions and interact strangely with the destructible blocks. My enjoyment of the level just screeched to a halt every time one of those tops showed up. The enemies are pretty negligible too. What did Moliere add to this level, for instance? Moliere. Yeah. Enemies were mostly negligible except for the shadow clones were used decently well, minus those spots Parmesan mentioned. Really, more so than Mario, this level reminds me of an entry from Make a Good Mega Man level past. Remember a Mega Man for All Seasons and how that wasn't a platformer so much as it was an art piece? Yeah, that level was weird. I love the level for its abounding charm, but it was extremely difficult to evaluate from a level design perspective because it operated in an entirely different mode than the run-and-gun action I'm accustomed to from Mega Man. This level's in a similar spot where I honestly don't know where to start with criticizing it from that perspective, or whether criticizing it from that perspective is even worth it. My gosh, you're so many words to say ultimately very little. Thankfully, the score rubric, as I chose to interpret it, gives me an out in cases like these. Dock the level in design, but give it high marks in fun, which is what I'll do. Okay, so that's your logic there. I'm not an expert on Mario level design by any means. There's a lot of differences between designing a Mario level and designing a Mega Man level. However, if there's one good thing I can say with a good level of confidence, it's that pipe mazes aren't fun in Mario games. And it sure isn't fun here. That entire last stretch of the stage felt pointless and just like a time waster. I think that last big room would have been better if it was forcing you to go about or travel about the room in one specific way, rather than having it as open-ended as it is, because clearly my experience with that room is different from all the other judges. I would have liked to have seen more of it, or have been forced to see more of it. As far as like a big room like that I think was done pretty well, that one from, gosh, I think it was tier 7. It was tier 7 or tier 8, maybe as low as tier 6, but that one with the Sonic music, the ice Sonic music, and it had that one big room, and it had some gravity flipping going on in it, and that, I think that was better because you had to go through that room in a particular way, so you got to see the whole room. I didn't even think we saw half of it here. Anyways, the first pipe section was probably the best part, although it doesn't go much farther than introducing the pipe gimmick to you. The first top section is incredibly obnoxious, has some jumps that are way more annoying for their own good, and felt really janky with the tops interacting with some of the destroyable blocks. Lastly, I just want to know if anyone ever sat down and thought to themselves that they really wanted to fight two quick men at the same time, especially when they inexplicably have different damage charts from one another. Both weak to the Mega Busters, so... But yeah, the two quick men in that room are just like nigh impossible to dodge around. It's just sort of a rough experience at the end of the day. The main thing this level really has going for it is the Mario aesthetic. And it's certainly an aesthetic that's not new at this point. And speaking of which, why were the... Oh, I guess they had two different damage charts, but if they're both going to be equally weak to the Buster, why? Why bother with that? Why give them two different colors? Why be two... that's... I feel like a lot of effort went into giving them two different damage charts that was just ultimately a waste of time. Maybe with more cues taken from actual pipe levels from Mario, things could have ended up a bit cleaner. I do appreciate the arrows on the pipes letting you know which ones you would be sucked into, or could go into. I would give props to that, as far as function and design props, but yeah, overall, that top platform tower section just really soured me on that whole stage. And then that last section where we didn't even explore a third of the room. That fish down there has been giving me the stink eye all day. What's your problem, fish? Yeah, I think that one's a bit over. I would put that stage down a couple more tiers. Fun trivia, this used to be a swimming pool. More fun trivia, I was here when they converted it to an ice rink. Dang it, I like swimming pools better. Who can I fire for that? I can't wait to try my new ice skates and get out on the ice. Oh, you're fired. For those who don't know me, I'm not a fan of, like, cold and cold weather and sort of stuff. I have a condition where I have, like, low circulation in my hands and feet. It mostly affects my hands. So So basically when it's winter outside, I can't be outside for more than like 15 minutes at a time tops without having to come in and warm up my hands because they will hurt so much. Anywho, that's also a preview for the next stuff. Oh gosh, those Cossack spike changer platforms. I remember what happened last time we had those. Hopefully I can play this stage more competently than that one. But for now, I'll take my leave.